Hi and welcome back to the garden. In this video I'm going to be taking cuttings from Lythrum. Lythrums are wonderful hardy perennials for a little bit of a moisture retentive soil. Now this one in front of me is called the Rocket, and you can just see the beautiful spires. This plant has lots and lots of new spires to come and quite a few that's actually in flower at the moment. In our experience, it's pretty much slug proof, so if you're struggling with slugs like most people this year are, this is a good plant to grow. And I'm going to be taking some tip cuttings of this today. So what you're going to be looking for when you're doing cuttings from any plant ideally is for non-flowering shoots. So obviously anything that's developing a flower we just need to ignore. So I'm looking down the plant and I'm looking for shoots a little bit like this that have still got a lot of bendiness to them, and these are what you're looking for, soft tip cuttings, and you want to be cutting it just below where the leaves are and then just removing those lower leaves, and we can be reducing a little bit of the other leaves as well, just to stop transpiration. And that's the kind of cutting we're looking at. So if we get our pot, pop this into some hormone rooting powder, make a little hole and pop that down. Now this is just a pot of gritty compost, so let's look for another one. So we're looking for non-flowering shoots and something like that, and if we just take away those lower leaves, reduce these other ones, and it doesn't look very big, but that, believe me, is perfect. Pop that into some hormone rooting powder and just pop that down the side. Let's see if we can find any more. Probably that one's fine. So removing the lower leaves, reducing these a little bit. If there's a bit of a tip, take the tip out, pop that into some hormone rooting powder and down the side of the pot. And so for the next one we have, just beside this is another variety, and this one is called Blush, and this one has much paler pink flowers but equally as beautiful, and when you put the two in combination they do set each other off beautifully. So this one hasn't got as many side shoots, so I'm just looking to see what there is. I think there's two here that I can use. So looking for some bendy growth, and we're just going to take a cutting just below where those leaf joints are. Remove the leaves, reduce a little bit of the foliage, nip out the tip, and then pop that in hormone rooting powder and into the side of the container. And again, this one here, take out these big leaves, nip out the tip, reduce the leaves a little bit. So a little bit bigger cut in that one, but it is still quite bendy, so it is a tip cutting. Pop that into the side and just secure it. And let's just see if there's any more. Might be able to get one more. So just below some leaves, nip out the tip bit, and then place that into some hormone rooting powder with the compost there at the side. So I've decided to use this one container for both, and I just need to grab the water and give those a bit of a water. The compost is already quite moist, but I do want to make sure that it's nice and soggy. Allow that to drain, and then next what we need is a bag like this, and that goes over the whole thing. I've even written the date and the name of the plants, and that'll just help me to see which one is which by having that dividing mark in the centre. Put this somewhere where it's out of direct sunlight, somewhere semi-shaded so it's not getting the full sun, and just keep an eye on it. Make sure that it doesn't dry out. It shouldn't do too much, particularly in the first few weeks, because it has the bag over it, and that should keep in all the moisture. And then when you can see some roots coming out the bottom of the pot, we can then be potting them on into their individual pots. And it's just a wonderful way of getting new plants for free. These are beautiful plants, very tall, statuesque, and they go on flowering all throughout the kind of mid-summer going into late summer, and if you're lucky, into early autumn too. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope this video has been informative. If you do grow Lythrums, this is an easy way to get more and more plants for free of the plants you've already got. Or if, like us, you're adding new plants to your borders, get them propagated before you plant them, and that way you'll have more plants for next year, and you can find different spots in your borders to be adding more of these beautiful plants. And they're just beautiful. We love them, and they just have that lovely romantic feel about them. These lovely spires going all the way up to the tip, and they're great for a sunny position or a semi-shaded position, but again it needs a little bit of moisture in the soil. If these dry out, they do wilt, so please just bear that in mind. We'll see you very soon on the next video. In the meantime, please do take care, and happy gardening.